Hello and welcome to Sam's on Wrestling, and this is the Chicka Chicka Hall of Fame. This is the Sam's on Wrestling Hall of Fame, our most positive series where we will take a match, a segment, a moment each and add it to our Hall of Fame. Does it have to be the best? No, it's just something that we love, that we want to be remembered forever. It's going to be put into our Sam's on Wrestling Hall of Fame museum and it will be there forever, like a capsule that cannot be deleted, because we freaking love wrestling and we love reminiscing about old, new, current wrestling. That is brilliant and fun, and that's why we do it. And we talk about Scott Steiner and WCW and TNA, and we have a great time. Sam, how are you?
Not great, considering you just reminded me what's in our Hall of Fame. But I am very much looking forward.
There is nothing wrong with walking into our museum and oh, there's the Scott Steiner pose, and oh my god, I'm in the Big Show room. There's Big Shows everywhere. Help! Help!
It's like if you go into the British History Museum, you've got to be honest about the negative stuff as well. You've got to still throw that.
That's been stolen. That's been stolen. That's fake. That's been stolen.
Yeah.
But before we get into our Hall of Fame picks, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and tell us what your Hall of Fame picks. Remember, you can have more than one, obviously, because you're not going to have... We're not saying that what is the greatest match of all time or your favourite match. We're saying how many matches are in your Hall of Fame. And we're going to start with Baby Sam. He's going to tell us about his first match. Baby Sam, looking dapper, looking sharp. You've got to dress up for the Hall of Fame.
Oh, of course. This is my best attire.
What would you like to add to the Sam's on Wrestling Hall of Fame as a match?
That's
not the tune! Don't make me get Ellie Mae again.
No, that's
Don't
the tune.
make me get Ellie Mae.
That's the tune, and that's what I've decided.
Okay, I'm going to have to clip. I'm clipping it in. I'm clipping it in. This is a clip from the power rankings of Santino Marella, where Sam genuinely believed that Santino Marella's music was Santino Marella. Here's the clip.
Santino Marella, Santino.
Were you actually saying his name at the beginning of the thing? Was that actually his
That's
name?
his theme.
I never knew that was a bit. I never
What
knew
did you think was?
I thought it was
just random Italian. That was his theme.
I never knew they were actually saying his name.
That's his theme.
I didn't know they were saying his name. I've never properly listened to it.
Well, you should.
Hi, it's Ellie Mae. You've met me before, and today I am being your local fact checker. And I'd just like to let you all know that Baby Sam is a complete and utter idiot. It is not what he says it is. It is not Santino Marella, whatever it is. It's not that. It is, in fact...
La vittoria mia, mia.
There we go. And the lyrics in English are, victory is mine. Baby Sam, you're an idiot. And I hope you fall down the stairs. But don't, die or anything. Maybe just a sprained ankle, but yeah.
See, you're an idiot. Ellie Mae thought you were an idiot.
I care not, I've changed it, deal with it. It's the Hall of Fame, only positive vibes here, and therefore you will agree, because arguments are not allowed in the Hall of Fame. We will be kicked out of the Hall of Fame.
No, I agree. I agree that you can add anything to your Hall of Fame, but at least know what someone's music is.
No.
He sings Italian, it's victory and all that jazz.
Samuel, thank you.
Thank you.
No, I was in the middle of my... You don't just to interrupt someone's Hall of Fame induction speech to you, the Bret Hart thing.
I was about to say a rugby tackle Bret
spear
Hart.
me during my Hall of Fame speech. I'll be my best attire here, thank you very much. It's embarrassing.
What Santino would you like to add to the Hall of Fame?
I'm going Elimination Chamber 2012, Sam.
What a match.
Hey, come on, what a match. And hey, it only gets good at the final two, but what a match indeed.
I was going to say, that first 4 eliminations, not a lot happens, but I will say, Santino gets his absolute ass handed to them. I don't think he does a move.
But that's what makes the final two so brilliant.
No, I agree. No, but I mean, he really gets beaten up. There's a lot of this is uncomfortable now. Could you stop hitting him?
Well, he qualified. It was like, oh, how is Santino kind of got in here?
Was that a battle royal?
Yes, it was a battle royal, and everyone was like,
did someone get injured and he replaced someone in injured?
It's entirely possible.
I believe that is. I'll check it up, but I think he does replace someone who gets injured.
Mike Carly might have been
I can't remember who it is. He replaces somebody. Well, Wade Barrett's the one who beats him up, as far as I'm aware. But I believe he replaced someone who's injured. I will check it out in post.
Yeah.
But talk me about the final two, especially.
Oh, so he gets the final two, and again, Santino's not really got any business being here anyway.
No.
Somehow makes the final two, and we all know Sheamus has won the Rumble. He's facing Bryan. We all know.
Was this not
2012?
Oh yeah. So
the 18 seconds one.
Oh,
so everyone knows Sheamus is going to face Bryan and not Punk, but there's something about the magic of that night. There's just an energy going. The crowd really get into it. This was the Kofi Mania Chamber thing before the Kofi Mania thing. He gets the final two, and just everyone kind of just goes and roots for him, and then he has a comeback. He gets out of the yes lock, he charges up, and then he hits the Cobra. No one had kicked out of the Cobra ever in history, and then Daniel Bryan kicks out.
It's a 2 out of 10 finisher, just so you know.
In your opinion, but your opinion doesn't matter because this is my induction.
According to a fan, it's 0 out of 10.
Well, according to a fan, many things are true.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to that. Please keep subscribing. We do enjoy your loyal devotion. However, you're wrong.
Your loyal devotion. Bow down.
However, you're wrong. It's a 10 out of 10 finisher.
You had 8, I believe.
I've downgraded it to a piece politically. I didn't want to get kicked off the channel, so I went with an 8. I lowballed it. But it's one of the best kickouts. It's one of the top 10 kickouts in history. Bryan kicks out of it. And
doesn't he then immediately put him into the yes lock after the kind of the kick out?
Pretty much, because he's like still devastated, and then Bryan gets.
Doesn't he tap with the snake hand as well?
Yeah,
oh,
he does.
Do you know
It's
what?
brilliant.
I had so much fun watching that match.
Great.
And do you know what? We believed.
We believed.
They worked that so well that we were on board. Do you know what I think it was? Even though it was Daniel Bryan, it was heel Daniel Bryan. I think we were kind of just ready for something crazy to happen.
Something was in the air.
Yeah, I think we were just ready for something, and then they didn't do it.
And then you think to yourself, he could have won it, and then Bryan could win it back a couple of weeks later, and then just still do the match with Sheamus.
Probably,
It could have happened.
Sheamus could have won in 18 seconds at WrestleMania.
Against Santino.
Yeah. It didn't have to be Bryan.
Bryan's just off the card.
it could
May
be
as well
something
have
else. Well, yeah, I was going to say, but you easily could have had it, and you could have turned Sheamus heel.
No,
But
absolutely.
whatever. This is so much fun.
It's brilliant stuff.
Is it Santino's best moment in WWE?
I
Because he had
think
some
so.
amazing ones.
The
but
Rumble final 2 before this was
that's what my
brilliant.
brain was. They're going, wasn't this like the month after? And they just
No.
carried on. And you're
No,
right.
it was the next year.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I love this match, Sam.
Yeah.
Because the match is crap. And
Yeah.
then it just explodes and the crowd are there. And you just sense why the crowd wanted WWE to be better. Because they're going, do it. Do something different.
Yeah.
Do it. I don't care that it's stupid. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. And they
did.
wouldn't do it.
Santino said in the podcast he thought that Vince was going to call an audible, and you could see it could have happened. And imagine being Santino there suddenly. Oh no, because the crowd have got behind you, you're going to become world champion. Like, you've got to keep your composure and perform.
There's no reason. This is why the Jinder Mahal thing doesn't not work, because there's no reason to not pull the trigger randomly on somebody winning if you then do the booking or you then go for it or whatever. And there was no reason that you couldn't have done it. I don't mind someone. People go, "Oh, you've degraded the world title." Anyone should be able to win the world title. There are, if you look at, let's say, the snooker world championship, there's some random winners in there. You're like, where's Joe Johnston come from? What was he doing there? God, I've named someone from '86. I wasn't even born. But
obscure reference.
I really have obscure. But anyone can win.
Anyone can.
Kirk Shepherd got to the final of the World Darts Championship. Where's he been before? Where's he been since? Nowhere. Because you never know, because they should have that. And they should write that. And this was one of those moments. I absolutely love this. Sam, would you like to add it into the Hall of Fame?
With pleasure.
So we are putting it, Santino just missing out on winning the World Championship at the Elimination Chamber 2012.
Now, Sam, what match have you inducted or would like to induct into the Hall of Fame?
I have a theme.
Do you know?
Yes.
You like a theme?
Well, last month I had the Big Show.
I know.
As a theme, and I really had fun. And I'm going to pay a bit more better respect for you, because you were very angry and aggressive.
We just can't fit 3 Big Shows in there. We haven't done the construction work. We've had to create an extension to get 3 Big Shows in there all the time, Sam.
Beep, beep.
There's so much maintenance and admin for us. We can't afford this expansion this quick. We don't have a Patreon yet, Sam.
Don't worry, I've gone for the SmackDown 6, Sam.
Oh,
all
okay.
really small, so it's fine.
That's good. That's good.
Edge is the only big one in it. It's
Yeah.
all right. I've tried to give a bit more, and I've gone for the SmackDown 6 as my theme. So you've got a little idea of my theme. And the first thing I would like to add, match I would like to add, is John Cena versus Eddie Guerrero in the parking lot brawl match. A match that was so good that they had to add it onto the SmackDown versus Raw games.
It stayed there for ages.
And they had so much fun with the SmackDown versus Raw games. They'd open the thing and the Boogeyman appears like, great fun. But this match, they came up with every possible spot, and it had to hurt because they were real cars. This was actually Cena's best moment at this point. He'd done the rapping gimmick, he'd done okay, he'd failed against Brock in a random match at Backlash, and then they had Eddie. And this match, they had lawnmowers going on, they were hitting each other things. The fact that there were other wrestlers around, because it was like we'll sign up for this random fight that's happening in the backstage. It felt raw, it looked like it hurt. Chavo returned and clocked Cena with, I think, a piece of wood or a tire iron, and then Eddie did a frog splash onto it.
Yeah.
There was broken glass, there was everything. This match was a lot of fun, and they were playing to the wrestlers, not the crowd, because it's backstage. And they've tried to recreate, they've done parking lot balls. I think Cena was in one with JBL, I think. But this one, the fact that they got it as a circle, it looked like kind of like a biker's fight that they do on those old films. This match was just so much fun. And then watching this as an 11-year-old or a 10-year-old, wherever I was, you just there going, you were excited for it, and you're there going, this was new and different. And when WWE did new and different, like I think the Money in the Bank match and Elimination Chamber, Punjabi Prison, it's really entertaining and different. And I feel that they've kind of forgotten how to make new matches. They've done a few offshoots, like there's the Iron, whatever, the Survivor Iron Man weird match they have in NXT.
Oh, yeah.
That's about as much as they can do. I forget the name of it.
Yeah.
But there's nothing new. This was new. It's a street fight. It's a backstage brawl. But it was new. And I tell you what, this is brutal, but at the same time, wildly entertaining because you had two gimmicks making it entertaining.
Yeah.
This doesn't work, I don't think, as a fight like JBL and John Cena. This works because it's two people
Characters.
bad-mouthing each other as well as having the fight.
Yes, and I think they did it really well. I wish in lockdown they did more ambitious stuff like this. I know they did Money in the Bank was a bit ambitious, but they kind of stopped doing that.
Yeah, they did.
And I wish they played around with more stuff like that because you don't have to do it in front of the crowd. This was great. I remember I've said it before the show, I had the DVD of the top 100 SmackDown moments when it was like their 10th anniversary or something. This is on there. This is how I learned about this.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, so the thing from the WWE games is a real thing.
It's real. Yeah. I would argue it was better there than it was in the game, and the game was great. And by the way, if you do play GM mode, a parking lot brawl really gets that star rating up. It's very expensive, about 45
and
grand.
the fatigue you get,
and it will destroy the wrestlers. But I'll tell you what.
You're famous on GM mode for injuring all your wrestlers immediately.
On a previous channel. It doesn't exist anymore. We played a whole GM mode where we had things to do. And I may have got all the wrestlers injured.
Yeah.
So much so that we had to kind of almost start the thing again.
I kind of stole all your wrestlers when they ran out of contract.
Yes, I also forgot that. Yeah. Whoopsies. So can I add the Cena versus Eddie Guerrero parking lot brawl to the Hall of Fame?
You most certainly can.
It is going in. John Cena versus Eddie Guerrero in the parking lot brawl from SmackDown 2002. Sam, what would you like to add as your moment to the Hall of Fame?
Now, for me, this one, the entire history of it was a little bit lost on me because I hadn't seen Styles in TNA at this point. So, again, spoilers, AJ Styles. This is when John Cena and AJ Styles meet. Just the meeting.
The meeting, yes.
Because
Is he with Carl Anderson and are they
this
all
is when he turns heel and they join him in the same segment.
Oh,
yes.
Right, yes.
Yes.
Right,
now,
talk me through it.
This is brilliant. Now, it's less of the whole segment, it's more of when they just stand in the ring, and I'll get to that in a sec. So, Cena's come back, I think, from injury, and is like, I'm back, I'm ready to, face someone again. And as soon as he says that, AJ Styles comes out, and the entrance doesn't get that crazy reaction, but then he just stands in the ring, and those two just stand there looking at each other, and the crowd are electric. That's kind of, it's almost the theme of these first two for me is an electric crowd makes everything. Any little segment, no matter how simple it is, if the crowd is electric.
If you're watching for the first time, because there'll be somebody who's turned on, doesn't know who these people are, and you're watching the crowd, you'd go, oh, so these two are a big deal, and this is a big deal. Because if you didn't know AJ Styles was that much, or you only knew him from WWE, he's had a good 6 months. Not amazing. He's had a couple of good matches with Jericho and Roman Reigns. He had a good series of matches, and I think he might have been in the Money. Oh no, it wasn't. That was up to the Money Bank, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you go, they have the 6-man with Enzo and Cass.
Did at Battleground.
Oh my God, that's just after this, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you go, oh, he's okay, and Cena, you go, he's big deal. If you only know WWE, you've never seen TNA. And to hear the crowd, and you would go, oh, so this is actually more bigger deal than I realised.
It's not just the noise, it's so they one side of the crowd chanting, AJ Styles, and the other saying, let's go, Cena. It's the length.
Is there a vocal difference between them?
Oh, the AJ Styles were a lot deeper. But you get some others on Let's Go Cena, because again, people are warming to Cena now. They're not so anti-Cena.
Well, he's had his US title, his US challenge at this point. It's already happened and stuff.
The length of time it goes on. They could have stood there for 20 minutes, and people say that, and I'm like, no, really. This time and they had to end the show, so they had to eventually start.
It's like when Elias and Kevin Owens got booed. They could have arguably kept being booed now.
Yeah, to be fair, completely. It was a magical feeling, and that's when clearly Vince has gone, right, well, this has to be the feud, this is it.
And they knock it out of the park.
So I just love that moment.
I personally think Cena's best feud. It's my view.
No, that's fair.
My controversial view. Bigger than Edge and CM Punk, even though the feud's technically better. These are the ones I wanted to watch. You are absolutely right. I forgot all about the initial introduction.
Magic.
Because my brain hasn't got the first meeting yet. Absolutely right. Yes, Sam, let's get that in the Hall of Fame. Well, this is why I like the Hall of Fame. You reminisce about things you forget about from two genres, two generations coming together, you young man. You young little whippersnapper. See the sippy cup half full. Would you like to add Cena and AJ Styles' first ever meeting into the Hall of Fame?
I would love to.
AJ Styles and CM Punk's. No! AJ Styles and CM Punk's first. They still haven't. Come on.
They met at WrestleMania 22. CM Punk was just on Cena's car. That's not going to the Hall of Fame.
If there's anything,
if there's
anything I'm going to add to the Hall of Fame,
somehow
it's Cena and CM Punk meeting at WrestleMania 22. Let's add AJ Styles and John Cena's first ever meeting from SmackDown 2016 into the Hall of Fame.
So Sam, what moment are you adding into our Hall of Fame?
So the Big Show.
Oh, for God's sake.
You did the renovations, right?
It's supposed to be in Smackdown 6, and we've just done them to fit the new ones, and we can't get another one, Sam. The council will not be happy.
Rey Mysterio is strapped to a stretcher board. And it's great, and you know exactly what I'm on about.
No, it's
you
great.
remember in another video I said Big Show from 2002, 3 and 4 is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So Rey Mysterio has just had a match with the Big Show at Backlash. And Big Show has killed him because he's being booked properly for the first time in his life. And then he gets strapped to a backboard. No stretcher in sight. Just strapped to the backboard. And then Big Show comes roaring back, picks up the stretcher board that Rey Mysterio is strapped to, and then swings it at the ring post and then just drops him. It is one of the most sickening bumps and spots, because Ray said he can't do anything because he's strapped in. He could do he could do a little bit with his hands, he said, but literally there's nothing he can do, and he lands pretty much on his face. Yeah. So he has to just take the bump. Yeah. There's nothing he can do. It's just onto his face. But I've never seen this been done before. I have not seen it been done since, because quite frankly, who's strong enough and who's small enough to be able to do the spots? Ricky Starks. He's small enough. Get Braun Strowman to do it. But honestly, watching it, it was one of the best spots of kind of all time, because you can't replicate this.
It's so clippable.
It really is.
You just see a clip of that and you go, wrestling's mad, look at that.
And it really is. It's just like, you think, oh, Ray's been injured, Big Show, he's over. That'll do. That's all you need to do. You could have left it there, and Big Show looks like broke, and then comes back, and just because he goes for the title the next month again in a stretcher match. It's all so good. It's really Paul Heyman just knows how to write a show, and just the swing and the hit, because obviously he hits the post, you can't fake it, and then just the thud on the floor. So I'm sorry, Sam, that this Hall of Fame needs more Big Show.
Could we just put Rey Mysterio on the stretcher in there? And just leave Big Show at the door for now.
The Big Show's there going, they took wheels Ray in. He goes, I'll be back like an orderly.
Just throws him through the window.
Like a lawn dart. Yeah. No lawn darting Rey Mysterio. No. It's happened too much. People will stop calling in.
Put a sign up. No lawn darting Rey Mysterio.
I'll put it, there you go. There you go. Sam, can I add another Big Show moment? But it's a SmackDown 6 moment. Yes. It's Rey Mysterio being swung into the ring post while attached to a stretcher board by the Big Show. Can I add that to the Hall of Fame?
It's wonderful. It's brilliant.
Swingity bingity boo. Sam, my darling, my wonder, my everything. What would you like to add?
You're never that nice to me.
Yeah, Ellie Mae's not here. Yeah. She's gone home. What would you like to add to the Hall of Fame via the segment section?
So we were talking about, it's actually quite funny that we've got onto this, because we were talking about our Hall of Fame being a literal house and the structure, having to renovate it, it's been broken. On that topic, Triple H and Randy Orton.
Oh, this is great.
The home invasion.
This
Sam,
is great.
as a 9-year-old who's just started watching wrestling, everyone talks about The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, rightfully so.
Which has no story.
That was not the hype going into the event. We were all here for Triple H and Randy Orton, that storyline. And yeah, it's daft, but wrestling's daft. It's all ridiculous.
Yeah, but the storyline was
It's
good.
perfect. And
He
the
attacked his
storyline.
wife, he kissed his wife, he
Exactly.
attacked his
And-
son-in-law, he attacked his brother-in-law.
It all makes
God.
sense. And then he comes to his house, and oh my god, it's brilliant.
Oh, Randy's wife actor.
Oh yeah, no.
Where'd she go?
Good question.
Where did she go?
Good question. Oh, it's brilliant. Hey, what a response time from the police.
Oh my God, they were
That's
there.
pretty good. They were there.
Pillman's got a gun, they didn't do that,
No,
did
no,
they? I mean,
exactly.
come on.
They learned their
The camera
lesson.
crew got there first.
Different state, I suppose, in a different state. Bit better over there.
They got better
wherever it is.
permits.
Yeah, Missouri. Oh, let me tell you, this was brilliant. It was
so
fine. He was
good.
done. And is that his actual house? Do we know?
No.
I wish it was,
No.
but obviously, why did I even ask the question? But it's so good. He throws him over the sofa, he throws him into a lamp, and Randy Orton fights back as well. So
Yeah,
it was a bit
that's
of a brawl.
which doesn't happen often. When
Yeah.
someone does that type of thing, usually they might get a kick in.
Look at the
to
Rock
get,
Cody,
to,
for
to,
example.
to run away. They might get a kick in to try and get away, and then they get attacked again. But no, it feels like a real fight, and then going through the window.
What a spot! What
And-
a spot!
It's not just that; it's what a spot. How beautifully done. The
Oh.
camera work, the glass shattering, how Randy goes through it. He gets it absolutely right. They must have taught it to a stunt coordinator and told him exactly what to do because it looked like it was from a movie.
But look, they just put so much effort into it, and you can tell, and it shows, and then you get really excited to the story because what a unique thing. We've all had the contract signings, and the sit-down interviews, and the promos, and I'm going to be on commentary for his match. All the done things that are within the wrestling world. Let's be creative. Let's do something different because that makes
that
the
made-
feud so much more memorable.
And it made sense to the narrative of the story.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. It makes it unique and memorable, and you can watch it again and go, that's really specific to that feud. And you remember it throughout time. We don't remember the match,
And then
but
they
that's a whole other thing.
and then they completely shit the bed.
Yeah, we can't have everything, can we?
They
So-
go, oh, Undertaker and Shawn Michaels were so good.
We couldn't possibly wrestle a good match. You can't have two good wrestling matches on the same show.
Well, don't hit a pedigree and an RKO in the opening 2 minutes.
And don't change stipulations so that if
Triple H gets disqualified. Mate, why was that not no DQ?
Because wrestling.
Why was that
is
not no
stupid.
DQ? Vince never wants to do things like no DQs for like main events of WrestleMania and stuff. When was that ever been a gimmick?
Technically,
in the main event of WrestleMania?
Undertaker Shawn Michaels 26 was no DQ.
Was that technically no DQ? I don't know.
Technically.
Was there a weapon used at any point?
No.
And you're there going, why can't you do it? You can have the main event of WrestleMania be
I'm trying to think.
gimmicked. I don't think there's been one. I can't-
Undertaker Roman might have been no DQ.
No,
It needed
no.
it. Oh, it wasn't actually.
No,
was it?
it wasn't. And even no DQ is a bit loosey-goosey. I'm talking about something of some note.
Yeah.
And, because, we were talking about something like the culmination of feuds ends at Hell in a Cell. Sometimes the culmination of feud ends at WrestleMania.
Oh,
But,
absolutely.
yeah, you could do it. But you could do it. But let's add it in there, because I actually thought this was great. Because I was out of wrestling at this point. I'd gone. I'm sick of seeing Randy Orton and Triple H. It's the irony of it. But yeah, this storyline really worked. And after we had a brilliant No Way Out 2009, this was all great. I just really annoyed that they just completely crap the bed.
Yeah.
So let's add it into the Hall of Fame. The Triple H home invasion of Randy Orton's fake house with his fake wife going through the window.
So I've got to put a whole house in here now. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Wait, this can be the extension.
Yes! Big Show's home!
See, I've just imported us a new extension where Big Show can live. All of the Big Show. You're welcome, Sam. 4D chess. It's going in
I
there.
can add more Big Shows.
Oh, no.
Where's the Great Khali?
What have I done? I need a Punjabi prison. Now, what segment would you like to induct into the Hall of Fame?
I'm still with Smackdown 6.
Sure.
I'm still in 2002 and 3. This is 2002. And we're in the feud of Kurt Angle and Edge.
Oh, I wonder what's coming here.
And the segment I would like to add is the signs segment. If you don't know what I'm on about, and even if you do, let me run down it. Kurt Angle and Edge are feuding. Kurt Angle is at the time actually really annoyed that Hulk Hogan's been made #1 contender. And then Edge sort of goes, what do you want? Who are you? I really got a problem with you. And then this post the counter Edge. They don't do that sort of thing anymore because it's one camera, it doesn't move around. We're just randomly backstage. We're not in front of a sign that says stuff. And Edge is like, I'm sorry, we used to be really good friends. And I'm like, so? And Edge is like, no, but I was in my attic and I found these wonderful pictures that so happen to be glued onto card. And he hands it to Kurt. And the first one says, you suck, with an arrow pointing at him. He then hands him the 4 and it says, yes, I do suck, with an arrow pointing up. And I'm a dork. It's true. Edge leaves. P.S. I have no testicles. I don't care that that's childish. It's so funny. Michael Cole is laughing.
Oh, it's brilliant.
This is what we mean by do simple comedy. You don't need to do a 15-minute segment. This is 2-minute, backstage, 5 signs, just saying I'm a dork, it's true, with a gimmick, making Kurt, because he loves to make himself look stupid, because that helps the characters, it helps the storyline, it helps a gimmick. Kurt Angle and Edge, really funny. Just the signs raised up. I'll actually put all the signs up when I'm saying this. I'll have them on the screen. This was so much fun.
And out of 2 minutes of just what could have just been a little throwaway sketch that we never talked about again, out of that comes literally the chant for his song for the rest of his career that he's always associated with for good reason. It's a positive thing. And they did a
up and down.
well, no, because it was always like kind of like
I'll say it this way: when he turned babyface and he's in ECW, they tried to get rid of the "you suck" by the as OSW say, a roadrunner being being.
It's like the Nakamura thing, isn't it? When they try, don't sing a song.
Stop singing it. We're going to put.
Why don't we enjoy ourselves?
There was some Mark who learned the song, who learned the words, the Japanese words, so we can sing along. I love that, man.
Oh no, it absolutely should go to the Hall of Fame. It's brilliant.
It's so funny, so small, so simple. Made the feud even more. They then have a beautiful hair versus hair, where they then carry on the gimmick and stuff like that. A pay-per-view story that we've talked about in the past. This was so much fun. So let's add it in there. Edge and Kurt Angle's little segment with the signs, you dork. P.S. He has no testicles. And those are our Hall of Fame picks for this month. What do you think of them? Can I add more Big Show? Can I find more Big Show clips?
It's whether you should.
Yes, I can. Sometimes you've got to do the thing for society, and this is what I'm here for.
For society.
For society.
Society doesn't benefit from you inducting the Big Show into our imaginary Hall of Fame.
4 times.
Donate to charity.
I am.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us. What are your Hall of Fames? What do you think of ours? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Go follow us on TikTok. Go follow us on X. Go watch all our other Hall of Fames. Go see what we've already added to the Hall of Fame. And we will see you next time on the Sam's on Wrestling Hall of Fame.